So this is the 29th of October. And I'm 80 years old, almost 81. And so when I was a kid, we didn't have the fruits and vegetables like we have today. We didn't get a lot of food and stuff from other countries. The United States processed its own food. Farmers and dairymen and cattlemen and sheep herders and sheep farmers, hay farmers. We did get like some bananas sometimes, but we didn't have the fruits and vegetables that we have today, like we do. Our stores are full of fresh vegetables and fruit all the time because we get our vegetables and fruit from other countries. The reason I'm bringing this up because I have a lemon tree and I have an orange tree. I have a couple of lemon trees, a couple of orange trees. Some of the orange trees, like this one here and this one here, are still really young. This is a young lemon tree, and it blossomed, but it didn't make any fruit this year. This is a young lemon tree, and I fertilized it recently, and you can see how much it's grown since I fertilized it. But if you look, there's a lemon there and a lemon there. And this lemon here is just now starting to turn yellow. I'm kind of, you can see our greenhouse is pretty much over treed. And then there's an orange tree back there, and I'm not sure how the orange is doing. I'm going to have to move a lot of this stuff around so I can get back there to the orange tree. But the lemons and the oranges and the limes, and I have a lime tree there. I think this one here is the lime tree. And I have that lime tree back there. And I need to cut it back down a little bit, and because it's doing better than it had been. But I think it went back to its original tree. Because I think what they do with these lemon trees, these small ones, they dwarfed them. And not exactly how they dwarfed them, but they have. Which is nice for people like me that live in a country that these trees cannot go outside. Ever. In the summertime, I can put them outside. As long as the temperatures at night stay up above freezing. And since this is October, now we're kind of going back to what our Octobers used to be, because it's freezing at night, because you can tell by this tree here. This is a I can't even think of the word of it right now. But anyway, it has red flowers, and you can use the flowers for tea, and it helps blood pressure. And I'll think of the name of it, but I'm pretty sure everybody else knows what it is right now. And but anyway, and so you can see it kind of froze when it was outside, and my daughter brought it in. Which it's okay. I think the roots and stuff are okay, so I don't think it froze hard enough, just enough to kill the leaves. And so I'll keep an eye on it. It might start back up since it's inside the greenhouse. And I keep it warm. We have a heater here that keeps this greenhouse warm. And when the sun's shining, you can see what the temperature is. But the sun's kind of like over there now. So it's night. It's around almost 5 o'clock, I think. So this Saturday we turn our clocks back. Turn them back up an hour. We get an extra hour of sleep. But to go back to our food, this is lost my train of thought. Got on to something else and lost my train of thought. These are blueberries. and I will plant them outside. They will survive. They will, the leaves and stuff will freeze off of them, but as long as I keep them heavily mulched and in the ground enough and heavily mulched, they will survive. They'll come back the following year. They are an outdoor plant. The only ones aren't is like my dragon fruit that aren't, but and this basil, it can't go outside. Rosemary, thyme, sage can all survive the winter outside, even here. It probably does better when in warmer areas where it doesn't freeze at night, but it freezes here, and it gets down in the minuses here even. So sometimes our heater just barely keeps it up above freezing in here when we're having the minuses. But the lemon and oranges and the limes don't ripen until around December, January. This is what I'm getting at. And when you go to the store, you have oranges all the time, you have lemons all the time, you have limes all the time, because this fruit comes from other countries, comes from warmer countries. And so that, like Florida, they grow oranges, lemons, and limes. And so that's where a lot of our fruit comes from later in the year, is from our states that can grow fruit like that. But when I was a kid, we went by seasons. So apples came in the fall, pears came in the fall and winter, because we have winter pears, and oranges and lemons and limes all came in the late winter when they were ripe. And so now that we have food that comes from other countries, we have to watch really close, because they aren't as fresh. Sorry. So some of the vitamins and stuff that you're getting out of them aren't as fresh as they should be when you get them fresh from the store. Strawberries are a summer fruit. Berries, all your blackberries, your raspberries, your loganberries, all of those berries are also a summertime fruit. So you can get those all summer long and even early spring. And so that's how I remember us having stuff. Also, I can remember even when I was older, I would buy large amounts. I would go to the farmers and I would buy large amounts of vegetables from the farmers. And I even grew vegetables when I lived over in the valley. I grew a lot of vegetables. And I canned everything. So we had a lot of canned stuff. I also froze a lot of fruits and vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, I froze. Apples and pears, we got those in the late fall or early winter, so we had those were fresh, and so it was nice. And we got a lot of the vegetable vitamins and stuff that was out of those things. When you take a supplement, you really don't, your body doesn't absorb all of the vegetable or the vitamin out of that. Your body only absorbs a certain amount. So it's really good to try and keep the fresh fruits, get the fresh fruits and vegetables. And you know, if you can go to a farmer that is raising like apples and pears, it's really good to go to them. If try even yourself to grow a lot of your own fruits and vegetables. That way you have, and your body holds on to a lot of those vitamins. Vitamin C is one vitamin your body doesn't hold on to, so you really need that all the time. So your vitamin C comes from your citrus fruits, grapefruit, oranges, apple, lemons, and limes. And lemons and limes have the most amount of vitamin C in them. So it's really good to kind of have them, and that way you have your vitamin C all the time. You can take the supplements. I'm not saying don't take them. What I'm saying is you can take them, but just be sure you have some extra to where your body gets all of the nutrients that it needs. You can see how well these avocado trees are doing. That's one, and this is the other one. You can see how big they're getting. I need to get this one here especially. It's in this big long pot, and it needs to be in a deep pot because it's not in the deep enough one. This is also a blueberry plant. And then the figs. And the figs are getting new leaves since it's warm in here, so they're getting new leaves. My son came to visit me, and I wanted him to take home this one fig tree, but I think he forgot. But next time he comes, next summer he comes, we'll trim this fig down and get it to sprout a little bit more and send it home with him. But this is I'm just trying to, say a little bit how things have changed so much about our food. And so I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just that I can remember when I was a kid that we went by seasons for our fruits and vegetables. And today we don't do that. Today our fruits and vegetables are here. And they do travel quite a distance, so they do lose a lot of their nutrients as they're traveling because they were picked early. And, like apples, from my understand, to make them look, or the tomatoes to make them look red, they put a pump of gas in them to make them look red, to inspire them to get red sooner. So that's what I was told. I'm not, not saying it's a done deal. That's just what I was told. But so I try and keep I try and grow my own fruits and vegetables, so I do have those nutrients and vitamins that, that's why I'm growing dragon fruit, because dragon fruit is also good for you. It helps your pancreas. But yeah, so this lemon will be ready here probably next month sometimes, because it's about halfway ready. And then the other one hasn't even started to turn yet. So, but yeah. And I think there's a lemon tree back behind here also, a lemon, I mean. Also, I think starting to turn yellow. But like I say, I have to move all this stuff around so I can get back there. I did move a pot that was over here where this tree here is. I moved a pot there. I had a raspberry bush there, so I took it outside so I can have room for this lemon tree. I think that's a lime tree. That's a lime tree. So it was kind of buried, and I didn't think it was getting enough sun. So I fertilized it. I fertilized this orange tree. I fertilized that orange tree, and I fertilized this lemon tree. So I've got to get back in the back and fertilize that lemon tree, orange tree, that lemon tree, and that lime tree. I gotta get those all fertilized. Then I'm gonna have to get some fertilizer for these fig trees. But I do want to cut this one fig tree down a little bit, and so that I want to keep it kind of short right now. So, but yeah. Anyway, please subscribe, press the notification bell, push the like or not like button, and we will catch you on the flip side.